Let's talk about democracy some more. As before, setting aside the specific qualifications for eligibility as a voter, if any legitimate voter is disenfranchised, we don't have a democracy. Now, I'm not talking about voter suppression laws. I'm talking about disinformation. If I'm insufficiently informed or misinformed, I can't vote effectively. I am literally disenfranchised by disinformation, and I mean literally. My right to vote means nothing if my choice is taken from me by false belief. This is a serious problem. Nearly half the voters in the United States believe falsehoods that bear directly on their voting choices. We've seen that the ultra-rich and the corporations have excessive political power because of our narrow and rigid conception of free speech rights. Similarly, because of our attachment to unfettered speech, we allow millions of people to be disenfranchised by disinformation, the end result being that we don't have a democracy. It's interesting to note that our near worship of the right to free speech had no effect on slavery, despite the fact that being owned by another person necessarily deprives the slave of the right to free speech. The fact that free speech was made the First Amendment, rather than being made a subordinate clause to the right not to be a slave, which itself should have been the First Amendment, is yet another sign that the framers of the Constitution weren't the benevolent clairvoyants we were indoctrinated to believe in when we were kids. It's also interesting to note that the very constitutional amendment that put an end to slavery, that is, the 14th Amendment, also gave personhood to corporations. That is, it gave free speech rights to corporations as though they were persons, which of course has led more or less directly to our modern predicament in which corporations, in the service of making money, are disenfranchising millions of voters via disinformation. We don't have a democracy.